Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Pagani Design PD-1707 homage to an AP Royal Oak chronograph. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing my San Martin SN030G Flieger Type B watch. And Grogu is wearing my Kern C8283. Grogu said Master Skywalker hired a new female instructor for the Jedi Academy named Claire. She is very mature and has been teaching for many years. I asked him if she was a powerful Jedi. He said very powerful. In fact, nothing can stop the new Eldritch Claire force. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this Pagani Design box. I always get the basic box. I never get the fancy clamshell box because it's so big and heavy. And I don't want to pay for the shipping just when I sell it. But anyway, here it is. It's a very nice looking watch. Last year, Pagani Design released the PD-1673 homage to an AP Royal Oak with an NH35. And everyone was kind of surprised by how much they were asking for it. Well, for approximately $40 less, you can get this PD-1707, which has a similar case, bracelet, and sizing. Plus, you get the added feature of a chronograph. So if you want a Pagani Design that looks like a Royal Oak, you can save quite a bit of cash, plus get the added bonus of the sweeping stopwatch and tachymeter. Yes, there's a certain prestige, intrigue, and respect put into automatic watches, and if you were to only own one watch, then by all means get an auto. But if you have many watches, automatics can be a pain. You either have to keep them on a watch winder, or you have to wind them and set them each time you want to wear them. So there is nothing wrong with padding your collection with quartz watches that you can grab and go with when the whim grabs you. The watch is 39.1 millimeters if you measure at the flat of the bezel, but 40.6 if you measure at the corners. It's 51.2 millimeters if you measure at the end links. It's 11 millimeters thick, so it's fairly thin. And the lug width doesn't really apply because there are no lugs. But it's 25.9 millimeters at the end links, 19.7 millimeters though when you go to the clasp, and it weighs 152 grams, which is fairly heavy for a quartz watch. The bezel has the octagon shape of a Royal Oak with the vertical brush marks. I can't tell if the screws are real or cosmetic, but they sure look real. I don't want to risk damaging the watch by trying to unscrew one to tell. The white dial has a sunburst effect and a waffle pattern. Instead of a chapter ring, we have the watch's tachymeter. See if you can see it up close. Since it has the tachymeter, there's no minute markers where the chapter ring would normally be. Personally, I'd rather have the minute markers than a tachymeter. I have enough watches with tachymeters on them. The Pagani Design logo is applied, and the name is written on this flat portion of the dial. It says Japan movement on the bottom, and this is indeed a Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement. It has Lume pencil hands, but no Lume on the large chronograph hand. We have a date window between the 4 and the 5. The VK63 doesn't leave you much choice for a date window because of the subdials. It has applied Lume baton indices and a double at the noon. The subdials are determined by the movement. We have a 24-hour indicator on the right, running second hand on the bottom, and a chronograph minute counter on the left. The subdials have a sunburst effect, and there are no looms on the hand or markers. We have a sign screwed on crown, which helps provide the 200 meters water resistance, which is 100 more than most Pagani Designs. A real Royal Oak has a hexagon crown, but this is a coin edge. But if you look, you can see that it does have an octagon shape at the very tip of it, which is kind of cool. I mean, it would be nice if the whole thing was a hex like a real Royal Oak, but at least they tried. The pushers, however, do have the hex pattern for the locks. The crystal is sapphire with AR coating. The case is a brushed stainless steel with polished bevels. You can see the little polished bevels on the sides here. It also has a polished bottom. The screw down case back helps with 200 meters of water resistance. Instead of a pretty little picture, like a lot of Pagani designs have lately, it just has the Pagani Design name and logo, which is fine for this type of watch. And then it gives you the water resistance. Although integrated in design, the bracelet is a departure of the Royal Oak bracelet. The Royal Oak bracelet has two little connector links connecting the links together. This is an H-link bracelet. The bracelet is quite nice and fully articulating. I really like this bracelet. It is nicely brushed with good reflection. There are push pin adjusters and a butterfly clasp. There are no micro adjust or half links. I don't think half links would be possible with an H-link design bracelet anyway. The links are not huge though, so you can still get a decent fit, if not perfect fit. Even though this is a fairly heavy watch, a lot of the weight is in the bracelet, so a perfect fit isn't as important as a top-heavy watch. The clasp is signed Pagani Design, and it doesn't matter which direction you close it in, unlike some which have a little square here that matters. Here is the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. As you can see, it wears really nice. Wears flat, conforms to the wrist. And if you look at the old wrist roll there, you can see a really good light effect on this H-link bracelet. Obviously, I'm not going to show it to you on any other straps because you can't do that. Here we are in the Lume room. Wearing this watch, I wasn't expecting much. Most Pagani Design chronographs are lackluster when it comes to Lume. As we speed up the time, we can see the hands fade rather quickly and are just barely hanging on at the end of this 10-minute test. The indices are much better, but it's pointless to have indices if you can't see the hands. What do I like about this watch? Well, I like the fully articulating H-link bracelet. I like the fact that it's $40 cheaper than the automatic three-hander. And I really like this brushwork. Very nice brushed case and bracelet. What are my gripes and groans? Wish it had a proper chapter ring instead of a tachymeter. The hand loom is weaker than the index loom. And not really a gripe or groan, but I'm getting kind of bored with the VK63 and I wish they'd start using some other movements. Kind of like that Cadison I reviewed not too long ago that had the ISA movement. Do I recommend this watch? Yes, you're getting a lot of watch for the price. Sapphire crystal, 200 meters water resistance, Mecha Quartz watch for under $80. How can you go wrong? Well, thank you for watching my review of the Pagani Design PD-1707. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be back with another review or unboxing. Actually, it's going to be another review because I just did another unboxing. Bye.